And finally, 1 year ago, the approvals for India's first indigenous vaccine against COVID were received. And for a year, even as the vaccine shielded India, there was a motivated attempt to target Covaxin. Republic warned everyone out there not to get taken with the argument of vaccine skeptics, those who are playing like spokespersons of global lobbies by speaking against Bharat Biotech and Covaxin. But today, we find that that same Western media, Lutyens lobby, are joining hands to peddle propaganda. The question tonight is, why is there a targeting of Bharat Biotech's vaccine? What do these lobbies have against Covaxin? Here are the developments, and then we debate.
Exactly 1 year ago, the Made in India vaccine of Bharat Biotech was approved.
Messrs. Bharat Biotech has developed a whole variant inactivated coronavirus vaccine named Covaxin.
Today, it has become the vaccine to inoculate teenagers across the country.
अभी एग्जाम्स बोर्ड आने वाले हैं तो उसके लिए ऐसा था कि बोर्ड्स हो जाने चाहिए तो उसके लिए हमने वैक्सीन ले लिया. अब वैक्सीन लेके ऐसा लग रहा है कि अच्छा अभी ऐसे सेफ वाली फीलिंग आ रही है कि हाँ हमने वैक्सीन लिया तो अब सिक्योर रहेंगे अब हम.
With almost 48 lakh registering and 37 lakh 84,212 teenagers getting the jab just today. But despite it all, there has been a campaign to defame Covaxin from day one.
And then, as the year progressed, despite due approvals, some tried to fearmonger over the vaccine's contents, saying that it contains cow serum.
This conversation going around on Covaxin based on an RTI response by the Government of India that it consists cow calf serums.
The Bharat Biotech founder had this to say about it all.
And I think we need to increase our strength of in WHO and other places, and our embassies are activated now. Good, I think good directions going on right now, and I think it's happening.
And now, the WHO approved indigenous vaccine is being targeted once again by Lutyens media. Fake news is being spread about how the vaccine is harmful for gene therapy.
Government of India has now stepped in to clarify that the CDSCO had approved the shelf life of vaccines Covishield and Covaxin from 12 months and 9 months respectively. They have released a statement now saying that media reports claiming that expired vaccines are being administered in India are false and misleading.
भारत दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा वैक्सीनेशन कार्यक्रम कराने में सफल रहा है. ये बात पूरी दुनिया जानती है. इसको किसी को सच्चाई को जो है वो किसी प्रमाण की ज़रूरत नहीं होती. आकर कोई भी देख सकता है. ये बात दुनिया के सामने है. सारी डिटेल सामने है. इसमें कुछ छिपी नहीं है.
India's relentless vaccine drive has defeated the motivated propaganda machinery. The drive to target Covaxin has been rejected.
So looks like a pretty straightforward campaign to target Covaxin. I'd like to bring in Dr. Masood Ali Khan. He's senior internal medicine consultant at Sagar Hospital, Bangalore, and member of the Board of Management of DPS schools in Bangalore and Mysore. Dr. Masood Ali Khan, has there been an attempt to sort of make Covaxin a punching bag, to make people worry about whether the vaccine the kids are getting is good or expired?
Well, I think politics should be kept aside from vaccination. Covaxin has been a very effective vaccine, and if we look at what exactly has happened, there was very less time for us to figure out the stability of a vaccine because it was developed as an emergency. Use authorization was given. Now, over the period of time when additional data has shown that there is good stability, they have requested the CDSCO to increase the expiration time, and after due deliberation by experts, it has been validated to extend the expiration date by 3 months. So I think so. It is completely safe. I don't see any reason why there should be any hesitance for vaccination even among the children.
Is there an agenda being fulfilled
Well,
by targeting Covaxin? Because there's big money involved here, right? Between all the pharma companies and all the vaccine manufacturers globally.
see, me being a physician, it is very difficult for me to get into those angles. But
Yeah.
we should be proud of the fact that Covaxin is an Indian vaccine, and
Yeah.
great effort has gone in to come up with the vaccination.
Yeah.
And one of the vaccine which is approved for pediatric age group, we need to support it, and I urge every eligible child and the parents to come forward and take.
Are some, Dr. Ravi Godse, you think some foreign vaccine manufacturers are getting worried that if Covaxin does the job, if it has a nasal vaccine also, if it is used for the booster, if it's used for the kids, then they will lose out. So these foreign manufacturers, who are not willing to take a responsibility for the after effects of the vaccine, right? Who want to be insulated from that they are worried. That's why there's some lobbies targeting Covaxin.
Means pharmacy is a very mercenary word, but if you look at the extension, it has happened many times before. On July 28th, Johnson & Johnson was extended. On February 22nd, Covishield was extended. Pfizer was extended on August 25th. So on all these three vaccines, the labels would show it is outdated. It's a very common practice.
When you said pharma industry is very mercenary, what did you mean? My question was, do you think Covaxin is being targeted? Do you think Covaxin is being targeted? Because I find it interesting. Covaxin has always been targeted. You know, Dr. Godse, Mamta, you remember, Covaxin from the start has been targeted. First, it's not going to work. Then it is Indian. Don't trust Indian vaccines. Foreign vaccines are better. Our technology is bad. Why doesn't the Prime Minister take it? Then when the Prime Minister took it, cow calf serum, there is something, it's bad for vegetarians, all kinds of rubbish. Why only Covaxin? Why Covaxin?
Can I come in?
Yes. Mamta, come on.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Goswami. The problem is we have a lot of politically paralyzed and agenda-less politicians and opposition in this country who, as you have correctly said, have been targeting the Indian vaccine right from the day one, calling it BJP's vaccine and actually putting doubts and question at our scientists and doctors because they have not seen such growth or such things happening ever in India. During their tenures, when they were actually governing this nation, they could not even give us the vaccination for TB, forget COVID. So they were the ones who were constantly talking bad or defaming our scientists, our doctors and our vaccine, and then doubting and raising a lot of questions at our vaccination drive. Today you see that so many children have been vaccinated pan-India. They should be happy about it. But no, they are not bothered about our health. They are not bothered about our country.
This whole campaign which started. This whole campaign which started about sharing circulars about Covaxin's shelf life. Advocate Anubha Srivastav, you are president of the India-wide Parents Association. You're a child rights activist. Where did that come from? And what impact did it have on parents? When these rumors were spread, which was thankfully later clarified.
Yeah, see, I think one of the parent or someone tweeted today. And all of a sudden we got to know that this is what the parents are saying, that the vaccine is expired. So then we also were quite worried and we started asking, because see, I have also taken vaccination. I could not get Covaxin, but I have taken Covishield. And I have never asked anyone that what is the expiry date. But yes, today after all these tweets, even I am concerned, and I also will definitely.
No, but it's a sustained campaign. No, Advocate Anubha Srivastav, the point is it was a sustained campaign. Mamta, it was not one tweet. The way it was amplified, there was something behind it.
Yes, of course, Mr. Goswami. I mean, how can we forget these toolkit gang? I mean, these are the gang. This is the gang which is behind all everything, whatever is happening in our country. So, the moment something good happens, the moment something better is being done for the country, for the people of this country.
No, I'm specifically Covaxin.
And they amplify
No,
all these
specifically Covaxin. My question is, who's funding all the people who are amplifying these lies, Dr. Godse? You said pharma is a mercenary world. Now when WHO approved Bharat Biotech is approved for vaccinating tweens, the same lobby is reactivated to fearmonger. What's going on? You know the inner workings, Dr. Godse?
It could also be China, because China was spreading rumors in US media that Covaxin bribed Brazil to get approval. And all that was all over US media. And I think it's obviously because China sees Covaxin as a serious competition to Sinopharm. But I'll say one thing more quickly. Forget the foreign funded efforts. We also have to think as to how we think ourselves. Nelson Mandela writes in his book, Long Walk to Freedom, that he was taking a plane once from Cairo to Dar es Salaam, and a black pilot walked in. And Nelson Mandela said he started having palpitations, whether this guy knows how to fly the plane. And then Nelson Mandela said, wait a minute, how these white people have conditioned me to think I'm not trusting my own brothers to take me safely. So first of all, there are two things. One is the outside influence. That is definitely China. And the second thing is our own mindset. We need to have a strong belief in our own product. And it has stood the test of time. Covaxin is a very good vaccine. And because of the threat of Omicron, it's a whole virion vaccine. It works against all domains. So it is likely to outperform everyone. It is likely to last longer. I think it will make the world's best complement for a mix and match booster for any vaccine. So it be Pfizer, 2 doses of Pfizer, 2 doses of Moderna, 2 doses of Covishield. All can be complemented by Covaxin. So that goes my handle. Sirf bachenge nahi, bechenge bhi. So India can sell Covaxin to the rest of the world. We can say it with pride. But we have to keep an eye on China.
You think China sees Covaxin as a global competitor, especially because with intranasal now coming in, and we're getting some news here that there's going to be a big meeting on intranasal tomorrow, Dr. Godse. What are you expecting? We're told
I think intranasal will be big news for Omicron, because now there are studies coming out that Omicron only affects nose, throat up to here.
Yeah.
And Omicron doesn't even go to the lungs.
Yeah.
So intranasal will be the best. It will be like mother's milk. It will be the best vaccine that you could have just like providently given to you. And if you look at Sinopharm, if you take Sinopharm's description from New York Times and Bharat Biotech's Covaxin description and put it in a Word document, there are only 6 words that are different in between the description. It's a very similar vaccine. Sinopharm's, not Sinopharm, the Sinovac, the CoronaVac, and the Covaxin. But Covaxin is much better because it has a very stable adjuvant that is immunogenic. So China's whole policy of giving it to Africa is threatened, because Africa will be increasingly looking forward to this Indian-made vaccine that has a very stable adjuvant. It performs well against all the mutants. It can be stored at a refrigerated. It doesn't need to be reconstituted. The shelf life can be extended. It's a multi-dose vial. It's a God's gift. It's a great vaccine. I think we should also offer it, do some trials and offer it as a booster addition for all the mix and match. Of course, China is threatened.
That's incredible. Dr. Masukan, since you wear both hats as a doctor as well as you're on the board of DPS schools in Bangalore, what would you say to all the parents, who've been a little troubled? You know how it is. Everyone cares for their children. Nobody wants even 1% to be wrong. What would you say to everyone, since this drive has only begun?
Yes, I was there this morning when we partnered with Manipal Hospitals to administer the vaccine for the children of our school and also in the neighborhood. And there were some concerns by parents, but they were reassured when we explained to them on what rationale we are using and what rationale. But luckily, in the stock that we had, it was it didn't have the expiry on the label, so we were able to arrange. But the main point over here is, I think so we should not get into the nitty-gritty of this. we have to understand that Covaxin has been time tested now. We have seen that it has provided enough efficacy, and a lot of people in India have taken it and have done extremely well, and they have been good protection.
Yeah.
So I think so. The target is that take the vaccine irrespective, and this is the target.
Yeah.
We have to trust our dispensation. We have to trust the doctors and the high-powered, scientific community which is there behind the decisions, and go ahead and give the vaccination. This is the fight which we can do against COVID by going forward and taking the vaccine. And Covaxin is a good vaccine. I would, we would never. We have to trust. We have to trust the dispensation.
I think we should be really proud of Bharat Biotech and Covaxin. I've been saying this not today. I've been saying this right from the start for almost a year now. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for that. Very reassuring. Vishwa Patel says, Arnab, exactly as you said, some people use Hinduism as a stunt in elections. Actually, they want to incite riots and divide India on the basis of religion and simply want to be a barrier to development. And Sneha Sharma says, hello Arnab sir, I want to tell you your debates always inspire me, and the Republic Media Network is a source of strength for all of us. Thank you. And Pannu Chauhan says, I pray the new year brings only happiness in your life. May the Republic Media Network make a lot of progress in this year. Thank you so much, Pannu, as well. We have big plans for 2022. And I know that with your blessings, we'll get there. Thank you for making us do what we do every day. It's all for you. And see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Good night and goodbye.